This is a gold Amex. A lot of people love the gold Amex. They want a gold Amex, and you can't just get it so easily. I'm 20 years old with a gold Amex. I got this when I was 19. The reason why 2 years ago when I was 18, I started to learn how to leverage my credit. And because I learned how to leverage and build my credit, now I have a business that's producing me $50,000 a month in revenue. The whole point of this video is to show you how and why building your credit is so important. So look, because I learned how to build and leverage my credit, I was able to get funding and start my Airbnb business. When I was 18, I learned about the Airbnb business, and that's why I started realizing I needed credit. This business required funding, this business required time and funding, but there was a return on it. With good credit history and a credit line, you realistically can start almost any business in America. And on top of that, with good credit, you can pull out 0% APR credit cards. That means credit cards, this is not the specific one, but that means credit cards where you can get from businesses like Amex, like Chase, like Capital One. Those are the banks that can offer 0% APR. That means, let's say they give you a $20,000 limit and they give you a 16-month 0% APR. That means they can give you a $20,000 limit and you have 16 months to pay it back at 0% interest. And if you put that $20,000 in the right place, it can heavily produce for you to where the point where you paying back that money is seamless and easy. The way I was able to turn my credit into a cash flowing $50,000 per month revenue streaming business is because I put this money in the right place. First, it's about building your credit. This video is kind of to show you and get you in the right headspace that you need to build your credit. Let's say you're old, let's say you're 40, let's say you're 50, let's say you're 60, 70. It's still not too late to build your credit. Let's say you're younger, it's not too early to build your credit. I started building mine slightly before I was 17. So what I did specifically, for those of you who are young, listen and listen closely. And those of you who are old, middle-aged, it doesn't matter. Listen and listen closely because you can do the same thing. What I did is I went to one of my parents and I asked them, hey, what is your credit score? Because that's when I first started learning about credit. They told me 700. I said, perfect. What I learned is that they can add you as an authorized user on their account, or you can add your sibling, or you can add your son, or you can add your brother, whatever it is, whoever that relationship is to you, you can add that person as an authorized agent on their account. Me getting added as an authorized agent onto my parents' account, that means I adopt their credit score. Even if I'm underage, I adopt their credit score, and then I turn 18, and then automatically I have at least a decent credit score and something to build off of. And why is that so important, John? Why should I give a fuck about credit? Look, with my first credit line, this is what I did. I invested $8,000 into setting up an Airbnb, right? Airbnb arbitrage method. So what I do is I find properties for rent, I furnish them with my own money, and after that, I list it on Airbnb and I start cash flowing. So if you can imagine, my first property was producing about $2,000 a month in profit. So I was able to pay off that credit line within 4 or 5 months. So that gave me the ability to every single dollar I made after paying off that credit card, I can put it back into my business. I can use it to grow my business or put that money elsewhere or use that money to live. So that's just a perfect example. Because I built credit, because I utilized my credit, I was able to use my credit line to start a business that cash flows me thousands of dollars every single month. It's so important to have good credit. You guys, if you fuck up your credit, it's not so easy to build that shit back up. But fortunately, there are credit repairing businesses and things and programs that you can go through to start building your credit back up. If you're watching this and you have shitty credit, it's not too late. You can start building it now. Start paying off those debts, start paying off your payments on time, and eventually your credit score is going to grow. And you might be thinking, what does this 20-year-old have any business telling me about how to build my credit? Well, this 20-year-old built a $50,000 per month business. You know, not a lot of 20-year-olds do that. I'm not saying it's impossible, because it's very possible. I started this shit at 18. I worked as a valet driver. I'm not more special than you. I'm not more special than the people working downtown. I'm not more special than anyone on this earth. A simple thing that I did is I learned a skill and I learned how to leverage my credit. So let me tell you the key factors that go into having a strong credit history, a strong credit score. It is not just about the score that makes it strong. Number one is gonna be your credit score. Number two is gonna be the history of your credit. What does your history look like? Are you paying your payments on time? When are you paying them if you're not paying them on time? Number 3 is debt to income ratio. How much debt do you have? How much money do you owe to banks? How much money do you owe to credit bureaus? Number 4, age of credit. What does this mean? Let's say I'm 20 years old, so I started building my credit at 18. That means my age of credit is 2 years. So 2 years of consistent paying off that payment every single month. 2 years of building my credit, 2 years of no mistakes. So the longer your credit age line is, that means the higher chance that you will be approved for a higher amount of money. And number 5, one of the most important ones that not many people talk about is credit utilization. What do I mean by utilization? So for example, let's say the bank gives you an $1,000 credit card, right? A credit card with an $1,000 limit. What you don't want to do is go over 30% utilization. That means if you have that $1,000 credit limit, do not use more than $300 of that $1,000. And not only that, if you're going to use $300 or less, make sure it's paid off on time every single month. And those are for normal credit cards, right? The credit cards that you get 0% APR intro, let's say for 12 months, all you have to do is pay the minimum balance. But with regular credit cards, with regular interest, with no 0% intro APR, that means if you don't pay that balance off every single month, that means interest is gonna accumulate. Not also that, it's bad for your credit score. So if you use that money and you don't pay it back, the bank sees that and the bank does not like that. It's not good for your credit health. It's not good for your credit history. The earlier you start building your credit, the better it's gonna be for you and your future. And you can literally start almost any business based on credit. You need to borrow money in order to scale quickly. But you can also scale quickly by borrowing money and not paying any interest. Especially if you're religious and you don't touch interest. I don't like touching interest myself, so that's why the 0% APR credit cards are the best for me. With my specific business model, the way credit helps it grow so quickly, I don't like to go into deals that don't give me 100% return in less than 12 months. That means, let's say the deal cost me $10,000 to furnish. Right? Just like I told you, my business model is finding property, furnishing the property, relisting on Airbnb, collecting profits. So if it cost me $10,000 to furnish, I at least want that $10,000 to be paid off within the first 12 months. And with that being said, the more money I get from the bank, the more I can grow my business. I can get 10 units, 20 units, 30 units with the more funding that I get. And credit funding and credit education is something, I dive really deep into my mentorship and with my inner circle students. This is something I teach. The why do I teach it and why am I so strict on credit and building your credit is because it will fast track your success. It'll help you grow your business more efficiently and grow your business way faster than ever before. And with my business model, as time goes on, now I don't have to pull out these credit cards, but I choose to pull out these credit cards. I have this Amex, right? This Amex, this one right here has unlimited spend. I can spend as much $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month, as much money as I want on it, right? Because my credit history and my credit line is so strong that they trust me to give me an unlimited limit on this gold card right here. So what I do now when I furnish units is I use this card and I have to pay it off every month. But it's not a problem because I have a high cash flowing business that makes you $50,000 a month. So I pay it off every month, but I still use this card because not only do credit cards give you the option of building your credit, give you the option of building your business without having to pay it off on a certain amount of time, but it also gives you credit card points. On this card, I probably have 100,000 credit card points. With that 100,000 points, I can buy anything. Points transfer into money. I can either pay balances, I can go on flights for free, I can get hotels for free, I can travel for free, and especially having a high income or high spend business, I'm constantly building points on this card on money I'm already going to spend. Even if you're not gonna start an Airbnb business like I did, make sure you pull out credit cards, because if you're already going to spend money, put on a credit card, build those points, get free money. It's literally free fucking money. Those points that you build on your credit card is free money. You can use that shit to travel and do whatever you want. Just make sure you use it responsibly. make sure of that, because if you don't use this credit card responsibly, it can really end up ruining your credit history, end up ruining a lot of time and wasting a lot of time that you put in. With that being said, I didn't really elaborate too much on my business and what I do. I have literally a $20 crash course. The link will be in the description below. It's going to teach you all the basics you need to know about Airbnb. And if that's something you're actually interested in, then we can hop on a call and guide you from there. But like I said, make sure you follow my Instagram. I'm always posting anything beneficial, day-to-day, business, lifestyle. You know, I'm 20 years old. I still have fun. I live my day-to-day life, but I lock in when the time is needed. And you need to lock the fuck in, because at the end of the day, if you're watching this video, you might have a little too much free time. And with that free time, use it to expand your education, use it to expand your knowledge and learn new things and learn high income skills. Because without high income skills, you're still gonna be living the same life every single day. Make sure you take that fucking risk. What's life if there's no risk? We only get to live once. Start that business that you want to start. Get in the gym like you want to get in the gym. Eat that food right like you've been telling yourself that you're going to do. Follow my Instagram. Crash course is in the link description below. $20 fucking. You can invest into yourself even if you're broke. Keep up, subscribe, comment something that you're grateful for. That's what I want you to do. Something that you're grateful for. There are so many people on this earth that would wish to be in your fucking position, and you don't even understand that. People from third world countries, especially countries with terrible economies, they could be watching this video right now, or they can't be watching this video. And if you are watching the video, that means you have a phone, that means you have an iPad or a computer, and you have connection. Be blessed for that. Don't take anything for granted. Comment something you're grateful for. Also, comment something you might want me to cover in a future video. Pray to God, and I'm out.